What's going on, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is your girl Ray P back for another episode of the We Got Y'all podcast. Of course, I am not here alone. I am here with my congregant, my brother in Christ, Kyron Richardson, aka K Rich, aka Brother Kyron. What's going on, friend?
What's going on, Sister Rachel? How you feeling today?
Blessed and highly favored.
Hey, amen, amen, amen. Won't he do it?
Won't he do?
We back. We back again with another episode of We Got Y'all.
We are.
Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Mhm.
As Rachel said, please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a
Yes.
friend to tell a friend. As you can see, we are discussing Churchy,
Yes.
which we'll get into it. I'm gonna talk about like the image or the synopsis of the show, and I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to this episode. Just kind of shooting off the hip with this one. It was my first time watching it. I binged the 18 episodes,
Oh wow.
2 seasons. I binged the 18 episodes, and I'll talk about that experience because it was an easy watch and I really enjoyed it. And
Very-
there's something about KevOnStage, Kevin Fredericks,
Mhm.
um, that he does, and kind of, I don't know. He's just a funny dude,
Yeah.
and not the funny that it's a very distinct comedy. I don't know. I can't really describe it, but for
Churchy.
those of you who have not seen, there you go. For those of you who have not seen Churchy, it is
Mhm.
streaming on BET Plus.
Yes.
Second season just released, all the episodes, I believe, August 21st. So it's been a couple
Yes.
weeks old. Um, the synopsis of the show: when Corey Carr Jr., played by KevOnStage,
Mhm.
doesn't get his dad's church like he prepared for his whole life, he moves to Lubbock to chart his own course. Rachel,
Yeah.
I kind of mentioned this because we were getting our fall lineup together as far as what we got in the, you know,
To.
we got in the tub what we're gonna be discussing. And you mentioned you wanted to do Churchy. I had
Mhm.
never seen it, never really heard of it. When did you get introduced to it? Were you on it from episode one or season one, should I say? And what are your thoughts on the show just in general?
I absolutely was on it from season one. First off, I believe you have it as well, but I feel like I am one of few people who have BET Plus and actually watches it regularly. Um,
Mm.
so when season one came out, I watched that whole thing. So and I follow Kev on Twitter. So I knew that it was coming out and it had been announced and this and the third for seasons one and two. So I love this show. As somebody who is churchy, and we talked about it on Culture Garden, I believe during the Clark sisters episode, but as a kid growing up in church, most denominations, even if they're different, you have the same church experience. Like you always know what church
Mm-hmm.
is. You mentioned there, Kev, being a specific, having a specific type of comedy. And if you know church niggas, they are funny. I was telling somebody the other day, I feel like church in and of itself is its own um comedy show because
It,
church is funny. It is always something ridiculous happening. Sorry, Lord. In the house. And maybe it shouldn't be funny, but it is. Like comic relief is real in the church house. So this was right up my alley. As a nigga that grew up in church, still goes to church regularly. I laughed. I cried. I loved it. How about
that's so
you?
that's the
Uh-huh.
that's the well. Let me back up real quick to something you said.
Mhm.
BET Plus. If you're like me and you enjoy Tubi, then you'll enjoy BET Plus. Like it's the same. And I'm not saying that as, and you can look at a show like Churchy.
Mhm.
It's better writing than Tubi,
For
and
sure.
it's better storylines.
For
But
sure.
as far as the production costs, they keep those limited. They keep those low. There's really not too much difference from the production set of a Churchy than a show on Tubi, but
Mhm.
Churchy is much better because the
Yeah.
talent is better and everything else, like I just said. But I mean that because if you just like good original stories that
Mhm.
are escapes. For the longest, I never really understood why people, well, yeah, people in general, I guess, love reality shows.
Mhm.
I didn't understand what the whole hype was about. And this is trash TV. Why are you watching this?
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized it's not about that. It's really about the escape. And it's
Yeah.
funny because there was a whole thing about you know, First Lady Michelle Obama mentioning how First Takes is kind of like a reality show in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reality show for sports
Mm-hmm.
and really about entertainment factor. And Churchy is very entertaining.
For
And as
sure.
somebody who didn't know what I was walking into, I was pleasantly surprised episode one
Good.
because they did a great job of giving you a premise that everything in the show is relatable.
Yes.
And I'll even go far as to say the way they make the church, the way they highlight community
Mm-hmm.
within the church.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I guess the unique thing about the show is that they're not Bible thumping, right? You get in the word. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people who are not going to church or who don't look to go to church, I think
Mhm.
they're worried about that. I don't want to go to church and I don't want to get Bible thumped or shamed or doing whatever. Like, nah,
Yeah.
these are regular niggas who know every regular thing. And that's what most churches are like. That's
That's
what
what
the
most
majority
churches
of
are.
churches are.
Right.
Like people still doing their thing. They out here sinning. They out here. You heard some of the stuff in the marriage counseling. You heard the one woman in the choir talking about some, yeah, I do this, but then I come home and I smoke some weed, then I feel bad
Mhm.
about that. Like just that's who we are, man. And the church is to counsel you, but it's a community as well. It really
For
is a
sure.
hangout. And when you find people as fried and silly as that, like you said, Rachel, it's almost like y'all about to just come and kick it because
That's
y'all
it.
goofy.
That's it. That's
So I love that part of it. But yeah, I think Kev did his thing with this one. He did his thing in both seasons, all
it.
18 episodes. Really had some moments. And that's another thing I'll say about the show, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All the ancillary characters, right? The characters who really had like two scenes in a season were hilarious to me.
Well, hilarious.
They
Season
nailed all the background. Like the woman, I think her name's what's her name that works at City Hall, like the receptionist. She's hilarious to me.
mm-hmm.
Teddy. Teddy's hilarious to me, man, because that goes deeper into what you talking about, Rachel, the whole church thing. Like there really be church beefs.
Yeah. Oh,
And
for sure. Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Church beefs, pastors beefing. We get into more season two. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Considering things for the youth, them being turned off, church mothers, that one administrator who thinks it's like their church specifically, all of that is very, very, very relatable and funny. All the characters, to your point, I think she's not really an ancillary character, but Lexi, um damn it, oops, sorry, Lord, mother.
Oh, Ohio's very own. You talking about
Oh,
Lexi Allen?
yeah, Lexi Allen. She is my favorite. Her and fucking
Yeah.
her is church
The Lord
niggas.
knows your heart.
The
The
Lord
Lord
knows.
knows your heart.
That's it. That's it. Gifts come
These
without.
hey y'all, these the type of niggas that be at church. Niggas like Rachel. You are welcome. All right, come as you are. Come as you are.
For sure. Her and Pastor Stinney getting together, like the church romances be real.
Mother Jean
Mother
is
Jean.
she's probably the most recognizable church character.
For
Like
sure.
every church I feel like has a Mother
For
Jean.
sure. For
In
sure.
some form, fashion, way they do. So
Art.
her character, and even starting out with, I'm thinking like, man, I like her. And then you just realize like, nah, she just love her church.
She just loves
Especially,
it.
I think the moment was when Teddy got found out for stealing them sermons. And she was like, man, get out. Because I'm about to serve this church more than I am you or my own family. Like, and
For
that's how it
sure.
should be.
For sure.
So yeah, Sister Jean, she's hilarious and she ain't taking it. And even going into, I forget the pastor's name that Corey's dad gave the church to,
Mm-hmm.
but that tape he had, you contemporary Christians, y'all ain't nothing. Like that's a real thing.
That's a real thing. It's funny in considering the timing of its release. Like you have the beef, quote unquote, with the Maverick City founder talking about gospel music and this and the third. You got the pastor in Florida who basically was appointed and then grew the church and then got ousted from the church that he didn't found, but established a later glory to it, and now he's put out. And so it reminded me of those things, because the show is relatable. I know somebody who at one point was borrowing sermons from the internet.
Hey man, what did he say? He said once it's on the internet, it's public domain.
It's public
It's not stealing
domain.
anymore.
But can you cite your sources?
That's the thing, right? So
You
even
cite
in,
your source, remix the message. Don't take my whole flow. These niggas stole my whole flow.
yeah, bar for word for word, bar for bar,
Bar for bar. Come on,
and
man.
that's an important thing.
It
Even
is.
doing podcasts,
Very.
like if I'm talking about a film and I've
Mm-hmm.
heard somebody talk about that film and they had a good point, I want to make sure that I give them credit. Like I heard this from such and such, they
Mm-hmm.
made the good point, because you can still have a conversation based off that point. It doesn't have to
For
come
sure.
from you.
For
Like
sure.
just give people their credit, because it look real funny in the light when you start stealing people's stuff. Like, all right, it is what it is. But
It's
yeah,
the sole reason um I don't say praise the Lord niggas, even though I say it on my Instagram. It's the reason I don't say it on pod, because that is trademarked from Kia Robinson on Getting Grown. Like that is her intellectual property. But I feel like it fits my life, a churchy nigga.
yeah, that's a good distinction. That's a good
Yeah.
distinction. I want to talk to you a little bit about, because, like you said, it's just church politics, church
Mhm.
drama, and I'm a firm believer that every, I don't want to say workplace, but in a sense, to some people that is their workplace,
Mhm.
should be studied and made into like television.
1000%.
Like every form of, whether it's retail,
Mhm.
whether it's the church, whether it's shows like The Office, whether it's hospitality.
Mhm.
They got the supermarket show, I think, or whatever, the like the Walmart style of the show. Like anything that goes with that, I want to see what it's like. But we deal with bull, like even stuff that like me and Rachel, like we're not in like with the public per se,
Yeah,
but we still deal with some nonsense. I'm
for
trying not to
sure.
cuss this episode. Uh, we still deal with the nonsense, and there's all that stuff's fascinating and it's funny. It's low key funny.
Mhm.
So yeah. Anyway, going into the actual show, and we see Corey Carr Sr. And Corey Carr is like, "Hey man, I've been doing all this. I've been getting our online feed up, or
Mhm.
excuse me, our virtual members up.
Mhm.
New ways to donate. This church is mine. Your pops give it to somebody." He said, "My spiritual son." Dude, probably older than him.
Mhm. Mhm. That
And
is a thing in the church. And I understand it, but it is weird to me. It is, I hate seeing an older person big bro a little nigga. Like I hate that. I'm sorry. I hate that, but it is a thing in the church. Sir, you're old ass Methuselah. Why? You are not his spiritual son.
listen, not to mention, it's just that's something you should know going into it.
Hmm.
There's no way Corey should be finding out in real time that I'm not about to get this promotion.
For sure. That is
You know what I
1000
mean?
a conversation that should have been had, because as a father, you knew that I expected you to hand me the key to the church, this church that I've been serving, and this and the third. Now, it was for the greater good that Corey got down to Lubbock. Howsoever, Dad,
Mm-hmm.
you could have told me. You could have let me know something. Like,
I had this conversation a minute ago, and everything would have been cool. Everything would have been good.
it wouldn't have been, but I wouldn't have been blindsided.
Yeah, as far as that, I at least could have stayed. I wouldn't have been looking to go to Lubbock. That's what kind of led him to go to Lubbock. I think more than anything, it's that you don't respect me, so I'm out.
Ooh.
I think if you did this, if we had a conversation and there was maybe a timeline or a game plan or even an action plan on things I need to work on, so I am ready to lead and be prepared. Once again, you should never know. You should never not know when
Were you staying with
you're
somebody?
about to get passed over. Oh yeah, that too.
See, I feel like regardless of the conversation that 1000% should have been had, Corey would have still left. Because if you consider season one Corey, he was immature. and
Mhm.
also very much in his feelings. So, aside from the fact that I found out like this, that's insult to injury. But even having had the conversation, I think he would not have had to try to do such a rush search and just take what he can get, but he would have gone somewhere. But
Yeah,
shout out to Granny.
because it ain't like, yeah. Shout out to Granny, and that's one thing I love about shows like this.
Hmm.
I love shows that have like a principal cast in season one, and then season two rolls around, and some of those people missing, and there's no explanation. There's no nothing. We just rolling with it. I love it. I
Right.
love
Where's
it that we just
JoJo?
yeah. Where JoJo at? That's the first person I was looking for. Like, where my nigga JoJo? JoJo gone, man.
JoJo went to
JoJo
college.
gone.
JoJo went
Yeah,
away to school.
yeah. And Lubbock. I know he's from El Paso. Like
Hmm.
Kev on stage from El Paso, but Lubbock
Yeah.
is hilarious. Um, but I did want to ask you, and we should have said it at the beginning, but you already know spoilers. Um,
Spoiler
when the
alert.
time comes at the end of season one for his dad to finally give air quotes him the church, he really
Hmm.
did it out of resentment and no other options.
Hmm.
How important is it that the thing that you want it the way, you want it the proper way? If that makes any sense, you get what I'm saying? Like he turned down the church because you're only giving it to me because X, Y, and Z happened. You're not giving it to me because I quote unquote earned it or because you see me as worthy to
Hmm.
lead this church. It's just purely situational, excuse me,
Yeah.
that I'm in this position. So because of that, because it's not the way I want to accept it, I'm gonna say no. Or it's like, nah, I've been wanting this my whole life. I'm gonna take it. Now, where do you
No,
fall on that?
I'm gonna give it 60-40. It's the way that it was presented. Um, only because I'm giving Corey leeway because he was finding his way in Texas. And I think that there is a part of him that started to see like, it's definitely more than a notion. Like, yes, I watched my father till and toiled for my entire life. But now that I'm here and actually dealing with the business of church, because church is a business, um, it's a lot more than what I bargained for. And here is what I'm getting by the sweat of my own brow. So I think part of it for Corey was also I am establishing myself not just as your son, but my own ministry in this, that, and the third. Now, all of that to say 40%, if Pops would have came correct, he might could have got him, or we might could have worked out a shared parenting. We could have worked out a shared pastoring situation where I'm
Yeah,
virtual or I'm 2 Sundays down here, 2 Sundays up there, and like and we work it out with the associate ministers because his father's church is big enough to have staff, associate pastors, this, that, and the third. Whereas in Lubbock, it's just him and Stinny figuring it out.
yeah, man. Shout out to Stinny. When it comes to relationships, so as we start this series in season one,
Mm-hmm.
Corey is engaged,
Yeah.
and it doesn't stay that way because he chooses what's best for him
Mm-hmm.
versus what's best in his relationship.
Relationship.
And that was a big discussion as well. I know Corey's mom also discussed, I'm doing puzzles, but I think what was her name? Keisha. Keisha said she
Mhm.
hates puzzles. She's doing them because of the lack of attention that she's getting from your dad.
Mhm.
There came to a point where she told Corey Senior, like, man, we're not about to do that. Like, he doesn't know how to choose her because he didn't see you choose me, which was
Exactly.
deep. That was a bar.
Mhm. Mhm.
And obviously, even though we don't get the parents in season two, once again, shows do that from time to time. Um, I thought it was important that they did support him on Easter, which was the season one finale.
For sure.
But for Corey to stay in Lubbock
Mhm.
and not see his relationship through, see his engagement through, was there any fault on that? Was that I'm following what God's putting in my spirit, or is that Keisha should have came with him? Should he have made the concession? What do you think about that whole situation?
So here's the thing. eventually and essentially, I was gonna say, Kev, Corey was following the path that was laid before him. If you remember, Keisha was low key trying to trick Corey about his blessing. She was low
Yeah.
key trying to manipulate him into staying versus being open and honest from the get go about the expectation, what she wanted, how she wanted their relationship to go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was good that they were afflicted. Well, I'm churchy.
This
It was,
episode, hey, look at you. Look at it.
look at me. I can do black church, but
No, I know.
it was,
Listen, you gotta tell me.
come on. It was good that they were apart so that he could see in. He got a little thickums.
All right, she
A
cold.
double for his trouble situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
she.
I hated the way that they had to break up because they probably, if you know church couples, they probably were running his father's church. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
From a popularity standpoint in the church, like, oh yeah, Sister Keisha and Brother Corey doing XYZ. They leading the young couples ministry, they doing this, that, and the third, all the things that if you are brought up in church, you may or may not be taught to aspire to. Like you want to be seen as this, that, and the third. You want to be found serving it, but you want to be seen doing this, that, and the third. And you got a church nigga with you? Big bet.
I mean, church politics is real, man. It's hilarious. Like, it's
Politics
hilarious.
is real. They
It's
are so
hilarious.
real. Kev had to go. If she, if Kev, Corey, if Keisha truly, truly, truly wanted him,
Bodie,
but
you hear Bodie snoring or having a dream? Hey,
y'all,
record it here, man.
pause for the cause. I keep telling Kyron, I forget that he has a dog. When I tell you in all of these years, this is the first time I've ever heard Bodie make a noise, like a single noise.
Bodie, the most quiet dog in the world.
This nigga's alive. I didn't know.
Man.
I didn't know, man. I didn't know. I'm sorry, that
Bodie, the
distracted me.
most
I,
quiet dog in the world,
I
man. Yeah, there he
never
is.
heard
Get it.
him, not even cage rattle.
Yeah,
just
man.
nothing. Just
He live a
nothing.
good life.
Shout
Wow, he
out
be
to
chilling.
y'all.
Yeah, man. Dogs live great lives, man. Especially Bodie, man. He just sitting here chilling,
I love
having a
that.
good nap
I love
to
that
the
for him.
point where he's making noise in his sleep.
I love that for him. It must be a good dream. But I forgot what I was saying. It was good that he left. If Keisha really wanted their relationship, then she should have come. Unfortunately, that is also the church politic. If he's leading,
You
rib,
follow?
you got to follow.
Yeah,
Despite,
375K. I can't appreciate that they put that in there.
mm-hmm,
Even though, like I said, Church is not one of those shows where they're trying
yeah,
to stretch out storylines in this. It's
mm-hmm,
more of a, dare I say, it's almost like an extended sketch comedy. Like
for
it's
sure,
like it's.
for sure.
Shout out. Do you watch Country Wayne, or did you watch Country Wayne at some point?
I watch him sparingly. Because I like him.
Yeah, those episodes, those like skits, the storyline. Like once you get into one, you stay in it. It's been a
Yeah.
while because I fell out the loop. I'm sure you can pick
Mm-hmm,
back up. But it's funny because it reminds me of that and things that KevOnStage does, and
mm-hmm.
um, the whole aspect of it's funny. But yeah, season one that was dope. But then you get into season two, which was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Once again, it's kind of just rolls out new things, new characters. You have more of Sharon, she was in one episode, the praise team episode of season one. And then you get what's my man's name? I can't remember in the show with the light skin with the freckles.
Light skin. This is gonna piss me off.
And then we've gone this whole time without even talking about Rodney. The
Come
music
on.
director, his right hand
Come
man.
on.
Rodney out here, ride or die once again. Just the church politics, man. We ride. I got a position for you. It's no different than like coaching, man. Like, hey, if I get this head coaching job and bring you on as my coordinator, it's the same type of thing. What's really crazy is I remember a lot of these actors were with Kev on stage. There used to be
Mm-hmm.
this YouTube show. I don't know if it's still around. I know the episodes are still up, called Roasted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so shout out to Good, man. Good got me hit to that. It's just it's
Shout
like a
out.
classroom set. Yeah, man, Good is silly. It's a classroom setting, and it's like they just roast you like you would in school. So Kev used to be on there. The not the dude with the money in season 2, the light skinned bald dude that was trying to get the playland into the church. I was working with Teddy.
Tony
He
Baker.
used to be on there. Yeah, Tony Baker. I'm tripping. Damn, that is Tony Baker.
Baker.
Why am I just not putting that together? Tony Baker used to be on there as well, and a couple other people that I mentioned. He even got Brian Hooks in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Afion Crockett, Kirk Franklin, Keith Lee.
Bruh. Kirk Franklin in
Right.
that damn braid wig.
Lecrae, wasn't that Lecrae that was in the Hannibal Lecter mask in jail?
It sure was. Shout out to the prison ministry.
Shout out to the prison ministry. That's real. But going back to your point, which is the most important, I love, and we've talked about this before on Culture Garden, I love outrageous comedy. I love when it's so over the top, like you almost making fun of yourself. So when Kirk Franklin had that wig on,
Bruh.
he's doing the wrong Shakespeare plays and all types of stuff.
Hamlet.
Yeah, Sam, I'm not trying to correct you, man. What do you think about Rodney? What's your thoughts on Rodney?
Love a church musician. Love a ride or die friend. Loved when Rodney was ready to create his own path.
Yeah, I can't keep following you, bro.
He is exactly the side man that you need.
He is.
For somebody like Corey. You need somebody that's down, but also has a little bit of sense. Somebody that's going to get into some hijinks. It's a comedy. We need that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is a perfect side man.
100%. I'm a big fan of Rodney, and it's necessary. You need somebody like that. The main character is rarely the heart of the show. It's usually the side characters, and I think he is the moral compass in a sense because comedic timing, like you say, gets the jokes off, but he's also the one keeping Corey on track with it. This is what you're here to do. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, we're gonna joke, and I'm gonna trash too, but I'm also the definition of a real friend. I'm not gonna let you crash out. I'm not gonna let you do anything crazy. Even when he had everything going on in season 1 with his relationship, like, bro, like, let's make sure you sit down and let's really think about this and what you're doing and the reasons as to why, and making yourself answer the hard questions. That's what friends should be doing, not just agreeing to every single thing that you say yes to. Did you have any favorite episodes of season 2? So season 2 is the one that just dropped. But did you have any favorite episodes of season 2?
Season 2, obviously the finale. Shout out to Tab and that wig.
Yeah, shout out to all the wigs on the show.
Shout out to all the wigs. I really want to say, I think prison ministry in the lowest of keys might be my favorite, just because. And then I told Kyron I didn't really write any notes, but I tweeted like, "That's a word." Low key, that's a word. The conversation that they were having. First off, I did not put together that was Lecrae. Crazy.
Same way I didn't put together that was Tony Baker.
When you think about humanizing somebody, no matter the reason that I got to this church, yes, your mama made me, low key. She guilted me into coming here. I'm coming to do the things. People will play crazy as long as you treat them as such.
Yeah. It's a bar. It's a bar, Rachel.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Die line. Okay.
Oh man.
But thought about kids from when my old life when I used to work with children. And at one point I worked at this program for at-risk youth. These kids was
Mm-hmm.
I say they was bad as fuck. But when you don't treat them like they are bad kids, the beauty that you see sprout from these children, the conversations that you're able to have, this reminded me of that. It's the same thing. Here this nigga is in a Hannibal mask on a dolly.
They overdid it. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, who is this dude that they doing all this?
What is going on? Get me out of here.
Right.
And to be honest, I don't know if prison ministry is for me.
Hey, you see, he was like, guard, straight up, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. To Raji P. Henson. Get me out of here. Here this man is on this dolly getting carted in. All the guards joking and laughing. Because what are you here for? This man is a killer. Bodies on top of bodies. I'm going to tell you about the other bodies. That's how good you've made me feel by just humanizing me and being real, even though Corey was clearly uncomfortable and scared. But that's the thing. Do it scared. Do the ministry. You're down here for a reason. Like, that's the reason that you, I don't want to say volunteer, but this is your service to the world. Like, let me go get something. He went in there to give, but he ended up getting, you know what I'm saying? And I felt
Absolutely.
like that was a beautiful moment. So I think that low key might be my absolute favorite. Fucking homegirl being blind back at that courthouse.
Nah, listen, man. Listen. Genuinely laughed out loud. Genuinely laughed out loud that entire time because you could tell how fried it was. And like I said, the clerk, I can't remember her name. It might have been Crystal. I can't remember what it was. But she played it so well. Also because she had the little quick one-liners.
That's it.
Everything about it. Sharon was fooling.
Why would you do that, Sharon?
Why would you do that?
Then you get it.
Yes, baby.
Come on, man. What you say?
He's sitting there the whole time. Corey sitting there the whole time. Like, nah, you need me to do that because you can't see. Remember, you can't see.
Can't see.
What made it even more funny after all of that, when they were leaving and finally got found out, there came another nigga that was trying to act blind. And she's sitting there like, y'all think me stupid.
Bruh, come on now. Come on.
Come on, man. You think we dumb. But I think that was the Fight the Power episode.
Yeah.
They did the sit-in and all of that. But
Tab.
We all know
that wig.
Shout out to Tabitha Brown, man. And Sister Kelly, Sister Jean.
And Sister Jean.
Them wigs they had her and Sharon. They had Sharon in some wigs too, man. Everybody was in wigs.
Everybody was
wigged out. We'll see what happens in season 3 when the wig budgets come up. It was odd that Keisha came back like randomly. Like, you know what I mean? That was a little bit weird, but once again, it's a silly show, so you don't look too much into it. But I'm like, dang, she really out here dating a movie star.
I wonder if it would be like a C plot for next season.
Yeah, because definitely needs season 3. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if it's been announced yet, but I know BET. I know he has another show coming out on BET Plus, a hospital sketch show.
Hospital, and that's coming on BET Mainline. That's coming on BET Network.
Oh, nice. Nice. I think this show, he deserves it. I think he got KevOnStage Studios. He's really grinded the whole thing out.
Your own production. You talked about production earlier, but like this is my whole shit in ground. We keeping it in house. It's us. I love that. I love that. I'm really proud of them. I love this show. It's relatable to me as somebody who be in church, who be in them meetings, who be on them committees. Not right now, once I transition to a different church. But
once you back in it.
I'm sure I'll be found serving.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, I'll be found serving. But yeah.
But yeah, just kind of wrap this up, Rachel. Just
Mhm.
the way they highlight the ins and outs of these different pockets of church,
Mhm.
what church is really like, and not just what you imagine it to be.
For sure.
Even pastors, right? Pastors just don't show up at service and preach. There is the day to day. There's people coming by the office who need counseling, people who
For
need you to
sure.
go see their son in prison, need you to pray for this, that, and the third. And the people that are around you really make an impact because it is
For
about the
sure.
community,
For
and
sure.
that's why people go. And it's a realistic, right? You can still be in the know, and still go to church and still
That's
serve. You know, they knew all the That's another the references. As someone who makes a lot of references, I loved every single one of them. There was tons of them. I need that money. Every set it off. There were some. I can't even count all of the references that Kev, or excuse me, Corey said and mentioned on this show that were hilarious each time. And even the cast, man, the improv, all
for
of
sure.
it was top notch, and I
That's
was just pleasantly surprised with the show. And I can't wait for season 3.
Let me ask you, as we wrap up, as somebody who didn't watch season one in real time, what and you got them both together, which season did you like better?
Mm, that's a great question. So I liked season 1 from a story perspective, but season 2 was funnier.
Got it.
You get what
Same.
I'm saying? Like it's hard to kind of compare them because when you watch season 1, and this is somebody who, and I'm sure you probably got the same way because as you've gotten to season 2, you're probably thinking like, all right, where are some of these? Where,
Hmm.
Corey Senior, where's his mom, First Lady? Where's JoJo?
Yeah.
Um, we found out what was going on with Keisha. Where's my homie with the bow tie? Like, you know what I mean? There's just certain people.
Hmm.
Probably was a deacon, that you just want to kind of know where they are. But they did a great job with who they brought in.
For sure.
Um, and like I said, it was funnier. Like they brought more comedians in, and the show was
Yeah.
definitely funnier season 2. But
For
the
sure.
overall storyline and the moral dilemma and just the path of where Corey started and where he ended, that was just fun to watch for 8 episodes.
Yeah.
So I love them both for completely different reasons. If I want to laugh, I can pick and choose an episode. I don't have to watch it in order. Season 1, you kind of have to watch in order.
Uh-huh.
Season 2, I can
Season
just
two
pick an
you can kind
episode
of
and just get weak.
pick. Hmm.
Yeah,
I like
just
that.
get weak. Yeah. So
I love that. Shout
shout out
out
to
to
Churchy.
Stage. Shout out to Churchy. Um, get you a church home if you don't have one, or a place of faith, whatever your belief is.
Yeah, whatever your belief is, virtual services as we discussed, the whole nine.
That's
But
it.
Rachel, great choice. I always love diving into the world of something new, and this is something that I really appreciate. It's on my radar. I will be watching, and I'm going to check out the hospital sketch show just because Kev's silly, man.
For sure.
And I know a few of the woman who plays Sharon. Um, I can't think of the other dude's name. The jail dude, light skin with freckles. I can't think of his
Hear
name.
more.
What's that?
To hear more.
What was his name on the show?
Oh
Started
man.
with a C.
Uh, first pause. Sharon is Quinn Walters.
Yeah.
Tahir is because that's gonna bother me.
While you're looking that up,
Oh, why
oh,
is
my
it
fault.
here?
It's all good. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna as soon as we end, we're gonna figure it out.
Right.
Either way, I think he's gonna be in that show. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's on BET. So we'll be checking it out. Make sure you tune in, support. Rachel, you got anything else before we get out of here?
I don't. Praise the Lord. I love y'all. Find y'all a church home. Watch Churchy seasons 1 and 2. Subscribe to BET Plus. Watch Diara from Detroit. They got a season
Watch
2
G.
coming.
Watch. Listen, I forget what episode I just talked about this on. I think it was one of the top 100 episodes.
Mhm.
Watch DR from Detroit, man. Very, very, very well done. Very well done.
BET got some sleepers. BET Plus got some sleepers. Watch Divorce Sisters. Shout out to God. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to you. I love y'all. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent. Peace.
We out. Peace. Can't end it better than that. You know what I mean? We out.